Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first sewing tutorial video I'll be uploading on this channel, so please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you can be the first when I upload new ones. So I'm going to be taking you through a quick tutorial of how I made this beautiful BUBU gown. So the first things first is measuring the shoulder. So the shoulder of this my client is 8, but because it's a BUBU I decided to add about 2 inch extra, and I decided to make it 10, and then the sleeve is about 8 as well. I meant our sleeve from our shoulder to our sleeve was 8 inches. So when you combine the neckline to shoulder, which was about 9, and to sleeve, it's together was about 23. So you measure the neck length, and I decided to go for 1 inch because this particular bow is going to have a panel at the middle. You're going to be attaching a panel to it, so you don't want it to be too deep. So 1 inch was okay, and then the width, which was the wideness of the neckline, was 2 inches. So just make sure you get your measurements correctly, because this particular person was not a big person. So if you're making for probably a very big person, like the client that is on the big side, you can make the width about 3 or 3.5, and but the length of the width should not be more than 1 inch. Yes, because I am attaching a panel to the middle of this BUBU gown. So from that sleeve that you measured earlier, take it all the way straight down. We don't have to take any bust measurement or waist measurement or anything, because this is a BUBU gown. So take it straight down all the way to the length of this BUBU gown. Okay, don't curve, no curving or anything. So make sure, I was just making sure that the lines were straight enough, so I don't end up having one part bigger than the other. So after you're done, curve your neckline, curve it to the length that you measured earlier. Make sure your curves are nice and clean, and after you're done, go ahead and cut your neckline. And this is me just cutting my neckline and the lines I made on my BUBU gown basically. So after you're done cutting, I told you this BUBU gown is going to have a panel at the middle. So just pick any side from the cutting you just made and just slice one part open, slice it all the way to the down at the middle, because the middle is going to have a panel. So after you're done slicing one part of it down, you're going to have something like this. This is what you're going to have. It's going to start looking like a jacket, like a kimono jacket or something. But no, this is a BUBU. So this is how it's going to look like. So after I was done doing that, I decided to cut out the panel, because the panel I'm putting at the middle is another fabric pattern entirely. So cut out your fabric pattern. I made mine to be unfold was 12. So when it's folded, the middle one unfold was 6, while the sleeve one unfold was 12. So when you fold it, it's going to be 6. I don't know if you understand that, but I really hope you understand it. So this is the sleeve part, this is the sleeve one. When it's folded, it's going to be 6, as you can see, but when I open it, it's going to be 12. right? Because I wanted the sleeve panel to be as wide as the one on the neckline. So after you're done with cutting your panel, go ahead and iron paper stay on it. I didn't want the panels to be too rigid. If you want your panels to be rigid, you can put a harder stay, but I decided to go with paper stay because that would work perfectly for me. So I didn't get the time to film this part where I was sewing the sleeve part, but this is how I made it, because I wanted it to be as neat as possible, so I made it as a bias. I sew it as a bias. A bias means you sew the first part and you put the other one on top of it. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So I didn't know the parts where I was sewing it was not filming. So after you're done putting sewing the first parts, you place the other parts of the material on top like a bias, and then you go ahead to your sewing machine and stitch it all the way down. But first of all, you want to make sure you're ironing it so everything stays nice and clean, so you don't start having issues when you're sewing. So iron it nice and clean. If you're using a steaming iron, you don't have to put water like I'm doing here. Your steaming iron is going to do that for you, but my iron was not. It's a steaming iron, but I don't know, for some reason the steaming stopped working. So, and I've been so lazy to get another. So go over to the sewing machine and stitch it all the way down. Make sure it is as nice and straight and clean as possible, because this stitch is going to be showing at the outer parts. So you want to make sure it is as clean and nice as possible. So this was what it was giving me after I was done fixing the middle panel and the side panels, the sleeve panels. But I wasn't satisfied enough. I wanted to like add a bit of it. This is what I meant by your sleeve should be as neat as possible when you raise up your hand. So that's why I decided to sew it as a bias, because if I made an inseam, it wouldn't be as clean as possible. Well, I decided to add tassels to the middle panel of this BUBU gown because I wanted to add a little bit of extra to it, and the tassel really gave it that extra feel that I wanted. So this is just tacking your tassel, tack it in like you're tacking your normal stuff. Just tack it in, it's not special. So this is after adding the tassel. You see that shake at the middle happening at the middle. Yes, that was what I wanted, and it really came out well. So please guys, if this is your first time watching my video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload sewing tutorials like this. Isn't that gorgeous? Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye.